Welcome back to Captain Soup. I'm Mary Ruddick, the Director of Nutrition, and today we're going to go over a hot topic of gallbladders. Many people expect that if they don't have a gallbladder or if they have gallbladder disease that they can't do the ketogenic diet, and I am here to tell you it's actually the opposite. One of the reasons why we have so many gallbladder issues today and so many people get their gallbladder removed due to stones and other issues is because we haven't been eating a high-fat diet for the last 50 years. We greatly reduced our fat in the diet, and when that happens, the gallbladder gets lazy, it gets sluggish. It's just like a muscle. If you don't use it, it stops working properly. The problem with this is that if you're chronically eating a low-fat diet, as many of us were brought up on, right? The low-fat cereal, the low-fat yogurts, the sandwiches for lunch, these kind of things, SnackWells for those who are dieting in the 90s, is that the bile, the little bit of bile that does get produced, will start to bioaccumulate and basically create a bit of a clog. You get a clog. And so you don't get that on a high-fat diet. You actually get the opposite. The body kicks in because that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to break down a lot of fat, right? All of our truly essential vitamins are fat-soluble vitamins from animal products. It's our vitamin D that everyone is so chronically low in today. It's our K2. It's the animal form of A that I think we're having a serious issue with deficiencies in, and our vitamin E. And so our fat-soluble vitamins aren't going to be broken down in the same way if we're not eating a high-fat diet. Now, I'm sure you're saying, well, yes, Mary, but my gallbladder doesn't work well, or I just had my gallbladder removed. Is it too late for me? Can I not restore the function of bile in my body? And my answer for you is no, now is the time to fix it. So luckily enough, we have a backup mechanism in the liver that if you've had your gallbladder removed, your liver is going to produce bile for you. But it needs to be educated as to what to do. So what I would recommend if you've just had gallbladder surgery or if you've been eating a low-fat diet for a long period of time is to very slowly increase your fat content, maybe by an extra teaspoon each week, and build up your tolerance. As you do so, the body will respond by producing more bile and you will feel great. I find, and I think you'll find this online if you go to any forums as well, most people thrive post gallbladder surgery on a ketogenic diet much better than they did beforehand. Again, partly because you need those fat-soluble vitamins to make sure the disease process doesn't continue with you. Now, let's talk about gallbladder stones a little bit. Those are a little different. Those are typically created by the body removing parasites from the body. I know in the States we like to think that we don't have parasites and that this is for something when you go to tropical areas and remote parts of the world, but actually parasites are all around us and we all have parasites in us right now. Some of those are beneficial and do a lot of good things for us, so they're not something we always need to wipe out, but when the body has too many, it's going to start to purge them by creating a stone over the parasite, and that is a gallbladder stone. When you cut those open, there's a little particle of a parasite in there. So it's never a bad idea if you've had gallbladder stones to go ahead and maybe take a preventative anti-parasitic, an herb, something like that. And the other thing I would look at are possible deficiencies. Typically, when I see someone with gallbladder disease or gallbladder issues, they have a deficiency in an amino acid called taurine, or they have a vitamin C deficiency as well. So we usually just address those right off the bat and start increasing the fat intake. You know you're breaking down fat okay if your stools sink and if there's not a greasy layer of film there. Another sign is that you don't have constipation. Constipation, there are many causes of, but one of them is poor bile function, that you're not producing enough bile and so things get sluggish and you get constipated. So that's always something to look into. That can be very helpful. All right, so hopefully this helped. Don't fear doing different diets without a gallbladder. There are ways around all of these things, and oftentimes they can be the way out to feeling much, much better. I'm Mary Ruddick. We're with Captain Soup. Click like below, share this video, and we'll see you on the next one.